Hello everyone. Final area of Dark Visions is released, so we're going to take our first look at those and see how much they buffed everything. So first up is Physical Wind or Light. We're going to do a late team. So we have Masterminds on, steal buffs and give him around. He's still Evasion Provoker. And then we also made sure that he had Dark and Earth Resist. Supreme Deva X-Star, here mostly for a 200% human killer buff. Gave him a bunch of attack and some killers as well. So we got 275 human killer on him. Sora, base form doesn't really matter. We're going to use him more as a chainer because I don't think we're going to fill his LB. We just have some LB fill in the base form now and gave him the Demon Tower card. Shift form, he's got a bunch of attack and LB damage and killers. So we do have 300% human killer. He does have 300% LB damage, but I don't think we're going to get it filled. So we'll see how that goes. Assassin's Shadow. So we gave him the Brumal cores in the base form just so that he gets bonus late damage. Other stuff doesn't really matter aside from that. Give him Mad Dash. Shift form, all about damage. So 300 human and a bunch of attack. AI Katie, she's going to magic cover for us. She is still full of aid. She has both Earth and Dark Resist. And Tifa's going to act as a finisher. So we gave her the Brumal cores. Gave her Call of the Wild. We'll see if we manage to fill her LB or not. Shift form. Just focus on LB damage. So we got 300 human and 300 LB in her shift form. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, we don't have to scan it. So we're going to double cast System Update and Magic Cover. X-Star. We're just going to Face of Carnage. I don't think we care about this. I think just... yeah, just Carnage. And we'll do a True Mirror. Actually, we'll Mirror first. Mirror, then Carnage. That way he doesn't do extra damage for no reason. Alright, so Sora. We're going to shift him, get him ready. Fill his own limit. Actually, yeah, no, his limit isn't going to fill. We'll ignore that. We're going to do his boost light damage, though. Could do the light in peril. And then an attack buff. Base form for Shadow. Reduce Katana. Actually, let's do that last. So we'll do our breaks first. Reduce Katana resistance. Give everybody a Mirage stack. Alright, so Elemental. Sora for the light. Critical. X-Star for the killer. And do we want to try to? Yeah, we'll just project that. Tifa's gonna shift. And we're just gonna awaken fighting. We'll just see how much damage we do. Alright, so front three are gonna mirror chain. Let's see. Forget what was his good one. 65 on that. That's 81. So we'll go double ultimate and an infinity. Shift shadow. So he's gonna SR chain. So we're gonna do the one that boosts attack first. Katie's gonna SR chain with him. Tifa is gonna limit burst. Alright, let's see if we can cap out everything. So we did manage the perfect, which is good, because there was a couple of things that I didn't fully think out there. But we'll take the perfect. Next fight is Magic, Ice or Dark. We're going to go with an ice-based team. So we have Grimlotte Sakura. She's here, she's going to fill LB, she's going to give us some elemental buffs. And then we're going to use her shift form for damage. So base form doesn't really have anything. We do have Ibarra's card. Shift form is set up for magic and killers. So we got 50 physical fairy killer. Should be good enough for her. Yoshikiri, he's going to be doing an ice imbue for those that are doing melee hits. So his base form we're not really using. He does have his own card. Shift form, we get him focused on spirit, and we gave him some killers because he's going to chain a little bit too. So he's got 125 physical fairy killer. Kralia is our breaker. She can scan if needed. And we're just going to use her base form. So we got her set with some spirit and killers. Give her the Beach Beauties card. She's got 200% Fairy Magic Killer. Zahn is our passive evasion provoker. He has a little bit of resist, but we're adding a buff on top of it, so he's not maxed for fire and light. Christine, base form, we're not using too much. She's going to do some setup. Shift form is focused on her limit. So we got 225 LB damage. No actual killers. But hopefully that's okay. And Neo Visions Facialis is going to be probably the big nuker. So base form we're not really using. We did give her Elena's card. Shift form is focused on her LB damage mainly. So we have 300% Fairy Magic Killer and 300% LB damage. Alright, let's see how everything works out here. Alright, don't have to scan, which is nice. Okay, so first up, alright, so here's our buff. plus fill in some LB. And then a little bit extra LB fill for everybody else. We're going to shift Yoshikiri. So we need to do Hikomori to unlock his multicast again. We're going to add ice to everybody now and do some LB damage boosting. Let's see, Christine. Don't need to do that. We do need to fill her LB. So we'll do Surge and Winter, I guess. No, actually, we do want a multicast because we want the ice damage as well. Surge, Winter, Chill. Yeah, I guess we'll just waste the last cast on Frostbite there. We'll shift her. We're going to get her set up. So I need to Gunner type. Should get her set. Plus we have our killers. I think we're just going to do her Magnus this turn. Alright, so we need to critical on Physalis. That gets us magic and killers. We're going to get everybody an elemental, so we don't have to worry about that. Nobody's really using attack or anything, so don't have to worry about that. Critical on Yoshi too, and we'll project stuff. We'll let him do his thing. Get the break in there. And project all the good buffs. Alright, so we're going to shift Sakura over for her damage. Let's see, without 40x. Alright, so triple Grim Soul. And her better move at the moment is not ice, but that's fine. So we'll have them LB, shift her over and get her LB ready. And ready her limit. Alright, so hopefully we can get the chains going and everything to land. Let's see how this goes. Alright, probably should have started her earlier then. We got the chain, but not the damage. Which, I mean, we had Physalis not cap at all. So probably should have hit her first, then everybody else. So we got to fix damage there. Honestly, these last two fights wasn't expecting to perfect on the first run anyway. But I think we can at least get that one. Okay, time for our first look at the final fight. I'm pretty sure this has been super boosted. I don't expect to get perfect on this first run, so we're just going to learn what we can. Right now, the team setup is pretty much for a turn 4 kill. We'll see how things work out, if we can see what attacks happen when. So we got Mastermind's on, the steel buffs and everything. He is full passive provoke and full evade. The whole team has at least 10% water resist as well. Grimlord Sakura is going to do some buffing and LB fill-in, and then we're going to use her shift form to actually do damage. So not much in her base form other than making sure that she had some water resist. We gave her Ibarra's card and shift. We got some magic and killers. So we got 250 Reaper Killer on her. Kaya is here to scan if needed, break. So base form just has a bunch of spirit. Shift form, we gave her a little bit more spirit. She's got 45 magic Reaper Killer. Shoreline Fiend and Daisy is going to do magic cover for us, and we're going to use their LB to boost light damage for the team. So they have high water and wind resist. They're also going to do our water resist buff. And they have a bunch of limit fill. So we have 11.5 crystals per turn. And they do have their own card. Sora, base form just has a bunch of limit fill stuff. And he's got the Demon Tower card. So we got him at 550 rate boost and 5 crystals per turn and base form. Shift form is focused on his LB damage. 175 Reaper Killer, 300% LB damage. And King Edgar, so base form, we gave him the Brumal Cores. We gave him Call of the Wild to help fill his LB. He has the Keyblade Graveyard card, and Shift is focused on his jump. So we got 150 Reaper, and we got 775% jump damage. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so put up cover, put up resists. We don't have to scan. Alright, so we're going to fill LB, and then we're going to fill a little bit more. Alright, so didn't need the extra, but that's good. We're going to shift, and he's going to use his shifted LB. Sora's LB is almost full, that's good. So we don't have to break or anything at the moment. Alright, LBs are pretty much all full. Alright, so we're gonna have him jump. And then next turn we're going to have to so yeah, we'll just have her refresh. Yeah, we can do light that way. Won't have to worry about it later. Because we got limits filled earlier than expected. Yeah, because if he jumps this turn, I have to wait a turn anyway. So yeah, we can see if we can get some chaining done then. Alright, so we did actually hit 100 chain. Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting. Alright. Dispel ourselves. Break the boss. Decent spirit buff for herself. Alright, so we get dispelled. We're going to redo magic cover and resists. She's going to add Duck to herself just to get a little bit of a boost there. That's going to be our killers. And I guess she could give herself a magic buff. Alright, Sora, let's shift you. Boost limit damage. better light and peril, because that's what 110. This is a 120. Boost attack and add light. Alright, so I need critical Sakura for the killers, elemental Sora for the light and view, and then yeah, I think I want to try to steal his attack buff too, 300. Yeah, they won't let me check Edgar. I mean, he's got the, what is it, 180? But 300 to make a difference, so we just won't have him chain next turn. Alright, so is there anything else that we want to try to steal, or are we just projecting? I think we're just projecting. I'm going to do their limit to boost light damage for everybody. Alright, let's project everything to the rest of the team that Zan has. We're only going to triple cast. We're going to shift her over just because she'll do a little bit more damage. Sora's going to limit. Alright, let's see what kind of damage we get out of this. Definitely boosted a lot. So we'll have to see what his stats actually are. So I think if I go full melee team, we can up the damage quite a bit there. I can use a 200% killer instead of just the 150. But we'll see what we can pull off. So that's our first look at the final area fights, and we're going to end the video there. When we get the perfects on the two fights that we didn't get a perfect on, we'll do those in a separate video. So, hope everybody enjoyed.